Well, you know, saving gas isn't just about the cash. It's a serious national security issue right now. That's what my next guest is saying. He is pushing the Fuel Freedom Act. That is a bill that will force U.S. automakers to help America get energy independent. Here now with me, Republican Congressman, former presidential candidate Tom Tancredo. What are you up to, Congressman?
Oh, not much, buddy. Just trying to get on your show. Here, look what I had to do in order to do that. Put in a crazy bill like that.
Now, this is something that requires car makers to come up with cars that would run on gas. Yeah. And what else?
Well, it's a flex fuel vehicle that we're mandating, and really have been thinking about this for over a year. We've been kicking it around because, you know, I don't like doing mandates, but we are at war. This is a national security issue. It's not just a matter of high gas prices. We have to do something that strips oil of its strategic value, and this is one way of doing it. And what we're talking about is this. It's a relatively inexpensive change to the present automobile that is about $100 in cost. And for that $100 in cost, you can make a vehicle that burns gasoline, methanol, or ethanol. And so in doing so, you begin to create demand, which is the problem now. It's kind of a catch-22. There are not enough gas stations that have alternatives to gasoline available. That's because there aren't enough cars on the road that can use it. You have to start this thing somewhere.
Well, why should the government do that, Congressman? I mean, the markets and the environment will dictate changes. Yeah. Look at all these hybrids and more fuel-efficient cars that are being made now in response to this. Let the market do its thing, right?
It's the problem is, as I say, you have to jump-start that somewhere. You have this catch-22 problem, Neil. The reality is I don't like mandating anything, and I really, that's why we did talk about this for a long time in my office. But I have concluded that this is one of the best ways possible. You know, we've been mandating, I wish we could drill. I want more oil. We could get more oil. We all know that. But politically, it's probably going to be impossible to do so. So what are they going to do? Keep sending Saudi Arabia $1 billion a day? One country in OPEC, $1 billion a day.
So why don't you do why don't you do what some of your Democratic colleagues are saying? Just mandate better fuel efficiency standards.
Fuel economy,
right?
Because this is much better than that. Because if you mandating greater fuel economy means, of course, you have to sacrifice somewhere, and you sacrifice in the safety of the vehicle. You have to keep making lighter and lighter vehicles. In this case, flex fuel vehicles, you don't have to worry about that. You can actually have a vehicle that will run on a variety of different kinds of fuels, and then you will have a market. All of a sudden, demand will be there. We'll see a supply. We've got to break this cycle someplace, and I'm willing to do this in order to accomplish that.
All right, real quick.